All right, eastern Massachusetts is dealing with some major flooding tonight. Many areas are seeing flash flooding on roadways, which has stranded some drivers who needed to be rescued. Some of the hardest hit areas include North Andover, Winthrop, and Needham, where parts of a major highway flooded. 3 separate tornado warnings were also issued in Massachusetts, and there are reports of a touchdown in the town of Mattapoisett. And Dana, luckily things haven't been quite as bad here in Maine.
Yeah, we saw a lot of rain move through today. Luckily, not quite that bad. We did have some flooded roadways, though, really scattered all over the state from where we've seen a lot of that rain. And actually something I wanted to note in the videos is that people are still driving through roads that have water on them, which is something you never want to do. Even if you're familiar with the road, a couple inches of water, you just don't know what's floating under there, and your car can get swept away. So please do not drive on flooded roadways. If you're looking out your window here in Portland, the rain has stopped temporarily, still a bit hazy outside, currently 70 degrees. And here's what the rain's looking at right now. We have started to have some breaks in the rain as we've gone in the past couple of hours, but northern and eastern Maine still have some of the heaviest rain yet to come. But for the rest of us, we are starting to see some breaks. And then as we look to our east, we do have more of these storms beginning to move through, but they are more in the scattered variety. So we could have a couple of thunderstorms as we go over the next few hours, but not some of that heavier, consistent rain that we saw earlier in the day today. So in terms of flood warnings, National Weather Service still has some flood warnings and flood watches for especially the I-95 corridor, where we've seen a lot of rain today. And some places saw between mainly 2 to 4 inches of rain, but some areas saw almost and above 5 inches of rain, which is a lot for anyone, but we've seen so much rain this summer that it's especially a lot for here. Temperature-wise, in the lower 70s, with places where it's raining only clocking in the lower 60s. But something that's not lower is our dew points. In fact, it feels very humid, very sticky outside, but luckily after this system moves through, we will get a little bit of a relief from that. So over the next couple of hours, we do have a line that's going to pop up in northern New Hampshire, but as it crosses the border into Maine, a lot of those storms are going to break up. And then in eastern Maine, could still see some heavier showers right after midnight. And then as we get into Wednesday morning, most people are going to start the day pretty dry. And then we'll have mostly cloudy skies, but they will begin to decrease from west to east as we go later in the day tomorrow, and then as we go into Thursday, it will set us up for a good start to the day. However, we will have a system that we're watching for the overnight on Thursday into very early Friday morning. If you're going to be out on the water, seas of 4 to 5 feet, and we have a small craft advisory until Wednesday at 10. So in terms of our 7-day forecast, today is really the day that we're watching for any of that flash flooding, but at least we'll have a nice couple of days in the future to get some of that cleanup. Wednesday looking to be pretty good, decreasing clouds throughout the day, and then Thursday the day will start out nicer, and then we're watching a system for overnight Thursday and into early Friday morning. So guys, you've seen a lot of rain today. Luckily we'll have some time to do some cleanup, but 5 inches of rain is a lot anywhere.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.